Hello, my name is Hameed. Today I have this LG dishwasher. The customer's complaint is that the dishwasher is completely dead. Today I'm going to show you how to fix this issue without replacement of any parts. I will show you some of the basic stuff, what needs to be checked on this dishwasher before you try to repair it or before you try to replace parts on it. And then this trick I'm going to show you, you do not need to replace any parts here. The dishwasher model number on this unit is LDFN3432T as a Tango. So the model and serial number on a LG dishwasher is located right here. When you open the door, it's located right here. So when the dishwasher is completely dead, the first thing you want to do is check your breaker panel, make sure the switch is on. Even if the switch is in on position, turn off the switch, turn it back on, maybe wait for 5 minutes. After that, turn it back on and see if your power is working. If it's not working, then the next thing you want to do is you have to remove this kick plate. This is the kick plate. It's held by 2 screws, and I'm going to show you what needs to be done here. So the next part you're going to do is you're going to check the junction box. So this is your junction box. It's held by 1 Phillips screw. You remove the screw and then you check all these wires. There's one here, 2 black ones, 2 white ones, and then the ground. So you want to make sure that these morats, these connectors are not burnt. Maybe turn it a little bit, do on white. If they're burnt, turn off the power, repair it. You need to buy these morats, and then of course replace the wire, cut the wire, clean it, and then add it back again. If all of these wires are good and you turn it this way, after that press on the power. If there's nothing happening, the power is not coming on, you put your kick plate back in here. It's tricky, you see this opening, it goes on the side, and then you screw it back in. It's easy. Excuse me. So the next part we are going to do here is we will remove this screw, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. All of these screws needs to come out. They're all Phillips drill bit. So you start from this side. Remember, we have different screws. These tiny screws, you see this one versus this one. I'll show you here quickly. This screw and this screw. These screws are going in this side on the steel. The longer screws are going into the plastic side. So once you remove all of those screws, the front console lifts open like this. See? The only thing you can do is you have to use 2 hands maybe. Hold this panel or ask your family members to hold it for you, and then disconnect this wire. It has a small tab. You press on the tab and wiggle it back and forth, remove it, and then while the power is on, you want to do this, replug it back in. Here you hear the noise, the display is back. So I'm gonna turn off my light. Here the display is on. So the display is on now. This display board may not stick out like this because they're using some kind of paper like to change the color to the rest of the cabinet. That's why it's holding this in place. But to reinstall this back in, it might be a little bit tricky. So this panel, this front panel, you want to pull it out a little bit. See the way I can pull it out? Same thing, pull it out here. While you're installing this, you want to pull that out. So go like this, bend it here. It seems okay now. I'll put my screws back and I'll add this one plastic here. There's another one here. So you have to be careful when you add these screws back in because it goes into the plastic. You want to be careful. You do not want to over tight these screws, otherwise it's gonna strip the plastic inside and then the screw will stay completely loose and then it may not even hold the panel in place. These two screws. Adding your cook plate back together is very easy and simple. I'm not gonna even show you that on the video. I'll get this done and then I'll show you, I will tell you what causes this issue and how to stop this from happening again. Okay, so as you can see, the unit is looking okay now. Some of the lights are a little bit dim. They're not fully solid on. So when this happens, usually we get problem with this display assembly, this console. The whole control panel needs to be replaced. If you don't want to replace it, you can use this trick. What causes this display to go dead like this is moisture. The moisture getting inside of this console or control panel, and it causes this kind of issue. And in a case like this, you really have to replace the whole console if it's under warranty or it's under extended warranty. If it's a COD, it's your customer, then you can do this trick and show your customer how to do this, because in future if the same thing happens, you don't want them to call you back again for a similar issue. This is simple that they can do it themselves. You only remove those couple of screws from the top and sides, and then the customer can do this. Unplug it, plug it back in, you're good to go. But check your breaker first, check the junction box second, and then that's your third part, which is going to take care of the problem. When installing these dishwashers, it's hard to understand how it works, but I can explain it to you that what causes this control panel to fail over time and these lights are getting dim, moisture. So when you install your dishwasher, if possible, and if you think the dishwasher is not going to look bad, when you install it, this whole console has to be far away from this top part of the cabinet. If it's closer to this top part of the cabinet, then what's going to happen is when the unit goes to the drying cycle, at the end of its cycle, it's going to dry the dishes. And that time, on some of these units they have a fan, on some of these units they do not have a fan, the blower fan. When that comes on, you get moisture and steam building up here, and then it falls down on top. You will not even see it. It's gonna fall down here and evaporate from there. And that's the problem that causes these kind of failures on these panels. So when you install the dishwasher, install it in a way that you will have good air circulation around the top area of the control panel. Other than that, it seems okay now. I can start the dishwasher too. It's gonna run perfectly fine. When you do this, you can tell the customer that it may last a couple of days, couple of months to couple years. But the proper repair for this issue is to replace the whole control panel. I think the price goes from $150 up to $250. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you guys have any question, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos and share it with others. You can also follow me on Facebook and on TikTok, Hameed Appliances Repair. Thank you.